Hey everybody, it's Ashley and Bart here. Apparently we're color coordinated, I didn't realize it. So I just wanted to speak a little bit to, I know those of you who follow me know that, actually it's hurting me to lay like this. Ugh. Those of you who follow me know that I have basically been in, I think, 6 countries in like 9 cities since the beginning of the month. I've tried to get workouts in when I can. I've tried to, eat halfway decent. I went to the hot spas in Japan. I think I've had 2 massages the whole time. I had my FasciaBlaster with me, but just too exhausted to even do it. And also, I don't know if anybody, travels to Asia, which is literally like if you poke a hole in Texas, which is where I am now, and go all the way through the earth to the other side. I mean, it's literally the opposite side of the world to go to the islands over there. And so flip-flopping your schedule is difficult. I've had trouble with sleeping, which led to probably too much drinking, trying to get to sleep. And all of those things affect you. They dehydrate you. They probably flood your adrenals and all of that. So I wanted Bart to talk about, like, all day today. I got up and I did the sauna for 30 minutes. And then I went out on my porch, which is enclosed and it's very hot, and I can just keep the air conditioning off, and it's like a hot yoga room. And I did an hour of pretty intense yoga and stretching, kind of did a little combination. But Bart, tell them the state of my fascia. So some of this also, if you guys saw the picture, I posted a picture that Bart took of me in California. And I mean, I just was right back to hell damage.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Bart was like, dang, how does that happen? And it's like, when you have a messed up body, like our fibro people, or people who, their nervous system likes to live in fight or flight, the FasciaBlaster and getting treatment is a way to hoard that off. And if you don't do it, it will recoil. So can you kind of speak to the state of my fascia?
Yeah. So she's just been traveling a lot lately, and so really she's dehydrated, and her fascia's just real tight and everything like that, and so she's just real sticky. So really, we just
show them how hard you normally go versus what you did today.
So yeah, we'll go in her. We'll go right here. I usually can go really, really hard, really fast, and no worries at all. And she's just
scoop.
I can scoop, I could scrape, and she's not taking it. Her body's fighting me. Everything's really tense and tight.
And for me, it feels like it burns. Like if he goes anything other than like the very first layer of fascia, like, if you've got your skin and then the fascia's right below, if he even pushes down enough to get into that first little bit of intermuscular fascia, to me, it just feels like it's burning. And so I kept saying, Bart, just like lighter, 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 and faster, because all my goal for today is just to get the blood flowing again. Yeah.
And she's real dehydrated. Her tissue's not molding very well. So we're just having to go really light and fast. I'm just taking the blaster with my hand and just going light and fast.
It's literally at the skin level.
So if you go any deeper, she starts to tense up. She starts to fight it. So really, we just go light and fast versus the hard, deep strokes. And it's way more effective at this stage.
Show them on my leg, like, don't actually blast, but just show the level. Like, you're blasting, just hold it still and say, I'm holding at this level. Don't blast, just hold it.
Just hold it.
Yeah, that's the level that Bart's blasting now. And then show them where you would kind of normally blast. And then show them when you're digging out dents how hard you would go. Yeah. So like that harder. To me, it just feels like nerve pain. It feels like firecrackers. So if you're experiencing that, my advice to you is to go layer by layer by layer, and don't try to just be so hardcore in the beginning, because the reality is it's very difficult to break up 2 or 3 layers at once. It's much easier to take that first layer and sort of break through it, and then the claws can go down through, and then you get to that next layer, and then it opens up, and the next layer, and then it opens up, and the next thing you know, you've got a whole opening. I think people see one dent and they just start attacking it, which is okay if you fascia blast on a regular basis. But if you're in a state of recoil or inflammation or dehydration like I am right now, that is the last thing that you want to do. I think my plan for this week is to do like full body fascia blasting at the skin layer, the way Bart showed you at first, and then maybe hit the second layer in 2 or 3 days, and then not try to do anything deep, or inoculate or scrape or do anything with the nugget for at least 5 to 7 days. So anyway, I thought this would kind of let you know what you might be in for. And also, let me just say this. If you, like, part of why my body stays in a state of recoil is because, you know, I was born with arthritis, so I do have a high white count even to this day. I'm not totally convinced it's arthritis, but if you do a blood test, I always show that I have some type of autoimmune problem. And then when I was in Japan, I was walking around in these wooden slippers, which kind of affected my gait, and I think it just threw me off a little bit. And then of course I've had so many surgeries that my body tries to recoil even under perfect conditions. So there may be plenty of you out there that can go 2 weeks, party all night, dehydrate, walk like crap, and not have this type of situation happen. But I think it's probably going to be, of our audience, 50-50 of how the body reacts. But when you have either a setback or the pain or all this stuff that we're talking about, it's best to back out. It's more effective to back out and then slowly kind of work your way in again. And I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't let Bart touch me, not even for 2 seconds not being hot. I was hot for an hour and a half before we even did the light fascia blasting. So anyway, Bart, do you have anything to add to that?
No, that was perfect.
Or any other precautions?
Just a lot of the times when you guys get this way, you just got to take it slow again. And everyone's asking about recoil and everything, but it's just the body's just going back into tension from just misalignments and how you're living. And it's correctable. She'll correct real easily. It's just she even Ashley has to figure it out sometimes too. So
well, and I have a photo shoot. I just told Bart I thought my photo shoot was 2 weeks from now, and it's a week, and I was like, you know, there's no time to really, like, quote unquote diet and actually, you know, lose real weight. So since I don't have time to do that, what I really want to do is just hydrate as much as possible and fascia blast as much as possible, because I'm going to get a better look in a week from that than I would trying to go, you know, like hardcore and work out twice a day, every day, and all of that kind of stuff.
So she's human too, guys.
I'm probably worse than most of our blasters, but I don't think that we stress that enough. Jeanette Grape, I'm talking to you. It's not always hard and deep is most effective. And for the people out there, I know we have a lot of newbies that are like, oh, you know, I can only go 2 minutes per zone. I think you're going too hard. Fast and light is just as effective. It will literally layer by layer let you in and let your body tell you when it's ready for you to go.